Hello, welcome back. I've been having a little issue since I've quit my job. The issue was basically that I couldn't do the things I actually wanted to do because the job was like preoccupying my mind even after I finished work for the day. So I'd come back and be exhausted and I wouldn't be able to do anything that I actually wanted to do. One of the bigger ideas for quitting my job was that I'd have time to write original ideas that are my own. But a little bit before I actually left my job, I started to think about this idea for a series, and it's very annoying because it's got copyrighted characters. So I don't know if you can tell. I'm gonna give you one hint as to what I want to write a series about. I don't know if you can tell who these characters are. Rogue and Gambit from the X-Men. I've been having quite of an X-Men phase over the past 6 months, I'd say. I don't know if you can tell, but my hair is dyed a particular way because of a particular someone. I'm currently at the stage where I have one script that I feel like is fully sendable. Like, I can send this pilot anywhere. It's got fantastical elements and it's in the 1950s. So although it's a good script to show my level of writing, it's not a good script to actually produce in Wales with a small budget. I don't really have the connections to come up to Bad Wolf Studios and be like, help. Now, I do have a script that I have been working on and off for about 3 years as well. It was all about how I thought university would go down, or how I'd imagine it would go down, or like I was just very much inspired by pictures and videos of ABBA that I found online. Inspired by that, I created a story. I've written, I think, about like 5 drafts of it, of the pilot episode. I know the entire first season. I know what's gonna happen. I know exactly what goes where for the main plot beats, but I haven't actually written anything after the first episode. Well, I have, but it's like first draft, so I don't really count it as written, you know? The true writing starts when you actually edit something and you can figure it out as you go, like what works and what doesn't. And I think for that pilot episode, I'd say I'm about 60% there. I really want to work on that, right? I have had zero motivation to work on that bloody script for the past, I don't know, like 6 months. I look at it and I think it's so jumbled with what I want to write right now and what I wrote 2 years ago and what I wrote 3 years ago, that it's not currently something that I think I just need to like redraft it from the top. Like, that's where I am currently. Like, just completely disregard whatever I have. Save it, obviously, just in case, but just open up a blank sheet and just go at it. And the issue is I can't do that because I can only think about one bloody thing. I started writing that pilot blurb. Absolutely hate this, by the way. I'm still at the point, it's 3,000 words in, it's 16 pages, it's 3,000 words in. I absolutely hate it. It's so bad, but I can see what I want to do with it, you know? So this is what I've been working on for the past month, right? I've also written 2,500 words of plot. I have additionally also, are they here? I have also written out the entire plot of the first season of this. This is like one of the most famous like comic groups of all time, right? Like, there used to be a point in time when comic books would be measured by the X-Men like issue that came out in the same week. To me, I feel like I'm having such a massive imposter syndrome just thinking that I can come into this series and that is massive and take one of the like 2 favorite characters and just create something new with them. I think that is such like hubris. It makes me feel like such a fraud, especially after I started writing it and it just didn't come out right. These are characters that have very strong personalities and come from different cultural backgrounds that I am not used to writing in. I've never written a character from the South. I've never written a character from Germany. Every time I write Nightcrawler dialogue in this, it just kills me. This is a massive issue for me. I try and write them out a way I would write characters and then I try and add on. But that's the thing, is they are established characters. That's not the way to do it. I know it's not the way to do it. You don't just go and write Gambit as if you're like living in Wales, right? You don't do that. I've never been to America. I've never been to the South. All I know about the X-Men is what I've read from the X-Men, you know, and I've been reading it for only 6 months with the writing. The sticker business, which is, by the way, another thing I'm doing. I make stickers now. Basically, this is what writers beg for, right? We beg for something that will come down and strike us with a muse. You know, you want to do something, you want to write something, and you want to be sort of obsessed with it and enthralled by it. I wish that currently that was my original scripts rather than this series about Rogue and Gambit getting together. I love where I'm going with it, but at the same time, I just wish I was doing this when I was a bit more established, and I wish it didn't come at this point in time. I just wish I could just focus on writing the other things that I have been writing, which, to be fair, I know that this entire video I've been saying the only thing I can write is the Rogue and Gambit show. It's not 100% true. I have actually also been writing this. Is it here? This is so funny. It was just not there. I just opened a folder and it was not there because it now has its own folder. So I've actually also written about 5,000 words of another script pilot episode, which once again is high budget. No one's gonna look at me and go, yeah, we can give you like a cool $500,000 to do this. No. It's so funny because I'm just coming into this world of trying to find an agent, trying to find someone who wants to write with me, to work with me, right? And I'm just thinking, I'm coming in here and I'm saying, right, I want you to just trust me and give me this amazing amount of money to write a story about F1 or to write a period drama with fantastical elements, which means, you know, costumes, which means sorting out outside shots for them to actually look like 1950s New York. And at the same time, I have a perfectly fine idea sitting right over there that is low budget, that can be literally done as a student film. And what do I do with it? What do I do with it? I just ignore it for the rest of humanity because writing can be hard, but not writing or wanting to write something else can be harder as well. And this is not to say that I've never had this sort of passion for these other projects that I'm mentioning in the past. It's just currently, this is the only thing I want to write, and it is just in the worst time. Like, I want to write this after I've already commissioned something. You know, I want to write this once I'm already like established in a way, so I can come in and I can just be like, okay, here's my guilty pleasure time. I don't have time for guilty pleasure right now. All I've got time for is writing something that's actually gonna make me something. I'm thinking about planning. I'm thinking, where do I go from here? What do I do now? Writing is such a precarious type of thing because if I come up and I go, oh, I can't write the Rogue and Gambit thing until I finish off the first pilot episode of ABBA, then I'm not gonna write anything. You know, my brain wants to do something for a reason. It's tickled by something. I think I need some more structure when it comes to my writing. I really want to discuss my scripts more on here. I have so much to work on, and I think it's fun to talk about it as I'm working on it. So if you want more videos like this, please let me know. I have mentioned that I make stickers. This is the latest sticker I've made. If you think that my X-Men Psychosis is not bad, look at him. I drew this myself. I drew the little claw marks. X-Men Psychosis, by the way. Do you know who this is? Wait. It's Dazzler. It's Dazzler, guys. I don't know if you can even see her. She's so bright and beautiful. Yeah. She needs better comics, by the way. I did not like the 2024 one. So if you're interested in learning about my writing and listening to me yap about my writing, you can just come here and chat to me about it. I'm gonna log off now. Thank you so much for joining in, and I'll see you soon. Have a lovely day. Bye.